Well, I'm sure everybody is feeling a lot better than they were last week because we're starting to see a little bit of progress in the crypto market. ADA having a very nice day yesterday, BTC as well, and pretty much everything in the crypto market printing a day of green. That's exactly what we want to see. And yes, we've started off on a bit of a red note today, but I do want to talk about a couple things that have been moving the market to the bullish side of things. And I want to note just a few things that everybody is aware of because we could again see some chop heading into tomorrow. So if you guys are new or haven't already, again, show your support for the channel down below. It's been growing like crazy, and again, it's all because of you guys. But I will say that we're seeing some profit taking this morning. That's fine. You're going to see profit taking. And now it's just a big question of, does U.S. money follow what overseas money did? Do we see something a little bit different here? All right. Now, again, green week for ADA, great sign above our 50-week moving average. It's exactly where we want to be. I will say BTC is kind of out in no man's land here. It's kind of doing its own thing. We're having some red, down 0.88% today. Did not set a new all-time high yesterday, but we did get up to about 110.5. But what I did want to note for everyone is that we do actually have a couple CME gaps that we have created here. Now, the market tends to close these CME gaps, doesn't always happen. But just note that this is something that could take place if things get kind of dumpy today or tomorrow. So just note that we do have one that started from basically Friday to yesterday's candle. That's all the way down at about 104.7. And we do have one from yesterday into today, and that starts at about 109.2, 109.3 or so. So just note that we may potentially close that today. There's a possibility where you could get a little bit of retracement, close your candle, and then boom, we're kind of off to the races. But, I would expect the market to kind of take a breath for a moment just as we prepare for tomorrow's CPI report. I think that's going to be a big one. Again, that could be the fuel that we've been waiting for, but we'll just have to watch and see what happens. Maybe U.S. money wakes up and they're just like, screw it, we're buying, we're sending. I do have to say that the good news that we have been getting has in fact been good, right? So right now, trade talks with China are apparently going very well, and they're going to be continuing today. So again, another thing that has been positive for the market yesterday may in fact be positive today. Michael Saylor buying more BTC, great sign for the crypto markets. Donald Trump and Elon Musk, sounds like the feud is over. Yesterday, Donald Trump said that he's not getting rid of his Tesla. He's not going to do anything with Starlink or not do anything bad with Starlink, and he wishes Elon Musk well. And now all these tweets are getting deleted. So it seems like all these negative things that had kind of been pushing the market down over the last week, they're kind of dissipating very, very quickly. And we're starting to see institutional confidence return. Go figure. Not really a surprising thing. Yesterday, $386 million worth of BTC bought by institutional players. BlackRock is buying again. And so I think we're starting to hit this moment where time has really not necessarily run out yet, but we're kind of on the verge of that, okay? Because the retail shakeouts, they have not been having as much effect as they have been. And so what they need to do then is they need to take us to a new zip code and do essentially shakeouts at those ranges. So we'll see what that does to altcoins. But what I will say is that right now, USDT dominance looking like it's starting that breakdown. This is exactly what we want to see in that right shoulder, the thing that, can frankly cause a lot of retail capital to re-enter the market and hit altcoins and take us to some exciting levels. That's what I'm watching very closely. And again, BTC dominance starting to bleed. Great sign here. So we are below trend. Today is a red day so far for BTC dominance. And what we also saw yesterday is after we got up to a high of about 64.74%, we actually closed at about 64.63%. So we did in fact see alts kind of taking over again. So confidence just around the crypto market is in fact rising. That's a great, great sign. Now, something I do want to bring to your guys' attention that we talked about a few months ago, and I think is worth having a discussion about again, is something that Ben Cohen posted. I never know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but what he said is historically the BTC market cycle top is when the 200-week SMA crosses the prior all-time high, something to keep in mind. And yeah, this has been historically pretty close. In fact, when we take a look here, I did in fact draw this out just to show you guys what this may in fact look like. But you guys can see that back here, right about when this cross was taking place at the prior all-time high, that's just after the market cycle had peaked. So there have actually been times where it's been slightly before, times where it's been slightly after, and times where it's been like right on. So that is something to maybe pay attention to here. I don't know what I just did. I got rid of all my stuff, but You guys can see that if we extend this out, this might end up being sometime in mid-September. Now, I'm not ready to say that, September 14th, like this says, is the top. And the reason why is right now we're seeing a huge institutional accumulation taking place, and there's a lot of interest from governments and enterprises, and they're buying at insane rates. And I don't know if that's going to stop. And I have a feeling that it's not. And why I'm saying that is we're starting to get into adoption on those fronts, right? You're seeing a big push for crypto regulation. You're seeing some of these entities just hoard and hoard and hoard supply. And I think they've got it now. This isn't 2017 or 2021 where it's like, oh, it's a fad, it might fade away and nothing's happening. I think they've all come to the understanding that Bitcoin and crypto are not going away, and retail are going to be the laggards, like we've talked about many times before. So they're just going to keep buying and buying and buying, and that is where we have a real high likelihood of getting to a super cycle. All right. Now, that could obviously be huge for altcoins, because once retail adoption starts, that's where ADA tends to do its best. That's where we tend to see some of these other blue chip assets just take significant steps forward. It's just not really happening quite yet. Yesterday was a nice day, yes, but we obviously still have a ways to go. It's nice to see higher volume, and it's nice to see some confidence in the markets. But again, we still haven't gotten past this point of PTSD for the markets yet. I want to remind everybody, I talked about this yesterday, our big test for the week is right here. This is what we really got to watch closely. And that is this BTC dominance. Oops, that's not even the EMA. That's the SMA. This is our retest right here. We got to watch for down around the 64% range. And if we can break down from there, that's going to be huge, 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 huge for altcoins. So we'll see what happens. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Again, don't forget that we have a CPI report tomorrow. That is definitely something that is going to impact the crypto market. I would call it a high volatility event, but we'll see how the day progresses. We'll see what we can do and maybe build a little bit more green into tomorrow, but we just got to be patient, watch, wait, and see how things play out. But I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.